relinquished those duties, and now she is coach's wife, coach's mom. She takes care of all
Camera
the kids.
lady.
Camera lady. She's on the sideline every game. She's right there by my
Keeps
side.
them straight.
Keeps everybody straight, me included.
Yeah. That's a hard job.
Ain't no doubt about that.
Who are your youngins? Who are your children?
My son's name is Mac Pouncey, which is Griffin McVeigh Pouncey. We call him Mac. Goes by Mac. So he's a sports enthusiast, football enthusiast. I mean, you can't see him anywhere, without a ball in his hand, and all of them's got these iPads these days, and every time he walks by me, he's watching some videos of football, or got something football going on, or playing some football game. So he gets it honest, I guess. I've never pushed him in that direction, but that's just, I guess it's in his blood. My daughter's name is Leighton Pouncey. Everybody knows her as Sister. Sister is, she's our little fireball. She gets after it, but she's what keeps Daddy sane. I'll say that. They ain't nothing like coming home after a win and laying on the couch with Sister. I'll say that.
Right. Okay. Bart, any other follow-up questions?
Just want to wish you the very best this Friday night. I know how big it is to get to that third spot. Kind of disappointed. I know you are that we're not higher, but you know what? You made it to the dance.
That's right.
It is what it is. Everybody starts new that week, and there's no greater feeling than to make that trip up there to the Alabama High School Athletic Association and for them to toss you that new Wilson football. It's a great feeling, and
It's a great feeling.
I'm excited for you to be able to get that and add it to your collection. And I wish you the well.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank
And like I
you,
said,
thank you for coming.
And like I said, and going back in, I mean, it's not so much. I mean, of course, we want to finish higher, but disappointment ain't the word. We've learned from our losses, and we've gotten better because of it.
Right.
And the future's going to be brighter because of it.
That's great.
So can't wait. And
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Highland Home Squadron will travel to Chilton County to play Thorsby, the Rebels of Thorsby, this Friday night, 7 o'clock kick, for a big 2A Region 3 football game. The winner is the number 3 seed.
Number 3 seed.
And we look forward to talking to you next week as the number 3 seed of 2A football in Region 3.
I hope so.
All right, thank you for coming.
Thank y'all.
See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these messages.
Folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio, just off the square in Troy.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Check out what Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply customers are saying. The best place for metal roofing materials. This company is amazing. Customer service was top-notch. Best service in the industry. We've used them for years. Best place ever. The metal roofing headquarters in our area. Come see for yourself why customers choose Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply. Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply, your metal roofing headquarters.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dental plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line has been in business since 1959, and we're steadily getting bigger. I'm surrounded by new equipment. That's right, new equipment. Here's one that's ready to go at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k. We can match your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. If these tires roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, you make money. Ride the best, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly, local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Telling all our drivers, happy Drivers Appreciation Week. We thank you for the job y'all do. We thank you. This week is all about you, but every day is about you. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing, drivers first.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Your Wiregrass Honda dealers, Sam Boswell Honda at Enterprise and Jim Skinner Honda in Dothan,
are the place to get your certified pre-owned Honda.
The only kind of Honda that looks like new, drives like new, but doesn't have a new car price.
Certified pre-owned vehicles come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty,
a 182-point inspection, and a Carfax.
Now is a great time to upgrade to a certified pre-owned Honda.
Come see us today at your Wiregrass Honda dealers.
If you have $99, the deal is done at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99 down and drive home any vehicle you want. Prices as low as $29.95. Over 20 priced $10,000 and less. Can't beat it. $99 down and the deal is done at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy. Or shop us online anytime at premiertroy.com. If you have $99,
I'm going to break out in a song, but not right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TC2 Coaches Show. On behalf of Bart Snyder, I'm Forrest Lee, and we have the head coach and athletic director of the Brantley Bulldogs, Coach Roland Jones. Thank you for coming, Coach Jones.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Back to you, Bart.
We were laughing. If you didn't watch our show last week, Forrest broke out the introduction to the show singing an old Western song with Rolling. And
I'm going to sing it at the end, so
okay,
hold tight.
So stay tuned for that. Coach, congratulations on another big win. Got those Bulldogs rolling as usual. And beat Red Level 46-0. Tell us a little bit about the game and some players that might have stood out for you.
It was 46-6.
Okay.
Yeah, they scored. We come out and we first series, Jaden Parks threw about a 60-yard touchdown pass, the opening play of the game, and then we held them 3 plays and they punted to us, and Morrell Edwards run the punt back, and then they run 3 plays, and we worked on our punt block, and it worked like we wanted it to. We blocked the punt and scored, so it was 7 plays into the game, and we was up 21-0. And you know, I worry sometimes about our kids losing focus, but they came out ready to play, and we did what we were supposed to. And after a quarter, the starters came out, and we got to play a lot of young kids. And you know, that builds for the future. Jaden Parks is getting a lot of snaps at quarterback, and you know, down the line in the playoffs, and I don't know when Tucker will be back. It's going to really pay off that Jaden's getting a lot of snaps, and we're getting a lot of younger guys in there. So if somebody goes down or gets tired, we got some guys that can step in and play for us right now, and it's really been good in that aspect. It hadn't been as good, you know, in the aspect of conditioning and when it gets tough, what we're going to do, how we're going to react, and but as far as building depth and building for the future, you know, games like this past week has really helped us that way.
No doubt, those kind of games do help you, especially when you, like you may mention, they're getting those younger guys in and getting that experience is much needed. Because when you got everybody back here in those playoffs, somebody gets hurt, you got game experience stepping in. So that's great to have right there. And you mentioned your players and how well they did defensively. Was anybody that stood out?
Well, you know, we had several that had good nights. Kai Dunn had a good night. You know, our defensive front, John Tate Billups, he had a good night. You know, our whole defensive front, Tanner Crawley, all those guys did a good job, and we rotated some in. Tyreek Smith and Tripp Landrum. We had so many guys that played across the front that really helped us and did a good job up front. But you know, one of the highlights, I guess you would say, or whatever, is we was up 46-0, and they had a lot of kids in, and Red Level, you know, took the ball and drove down and scored, and you know, they celebrated and was very excited, and you know, people don't understand.
That's right.
You know, that, and some of our kids, you know, they was upset because they scored, but you know, that's part of it. You know, that kid that scored the touchdown was excited and had a good, you know, he got to celebrate a little bit. You know, he'd scored on Brantley, so he have something to remember
That's exactly
the rest
right.
of his life. But you know, the game was in hand, and we had it pretty much had it in control. And you know, it's not about beating folks down. It's about making better people out of them. And you know, I'm proud of our guys for doing that, and our starters for supporting the young guys that was out there and standing on the sideline and cheering and trying to help them if they did something wrong, which they'd have to go holler over me because I'd holler at them. But
Right.
but you know, that's good for our kids too.
Well, you know, it's always great to be able to do that because the game is bigger than just the win. But it's also, you know, you proud, like you may mention, for what Red Level did, but you also had your younger guys to get out there and learn what it feels like. Hey, they scored on us. You know,
That's
we mentioned
right.
that earlier. We was talking about Catholic, and they've given up 3 touchdowns or how 3 teams to score on them this year. And Coach Moore was saying, you know, with this, you know, they're not going to want anybody to score on them. I said, well, it's bigger than that.
Ain't no
You know,
doubt.
and
Ain't
let
no
those
doubt.
guys learn because
Ain't no
that's
doubt.
a lesson and it's something they, you know, they're not going to know what it feels like unless it happens. And now they can say, I don't want that. Nobody of our varsity guys didn't let that happen. Somebody let us do that.
Well, Coach Florello, they come to town, to Brantley.
Yes.
They're the Wildcats. They're coached by Chris Littleton, is that
Littleton,
correct?
yeah.
Uh,
Samson.
Early in the year, they lost 21-12 to Houston County. They lost 30-20 to Sampson. They defeated Georgiana 41-14. They defeated Red Level 14-0. They lost to Houston Academy 49-0. They lost to Kinston 35-20. They defeated Pleasant Home 19-12, and they lost a close one to McKenzie 44-35. What are some things that Florella does?
Well, they've got a big tight end fullback type. They move around. I mean, I imagine he's 6'2", 230, 240, really built, good football player. They move him around, try to get him the ball. Their quarterback is a Coleman kid. He's a young guy, runs the ball really well. you know, they've been in some close games. I thought they should have won some of those that they played in. They gonna give us some difficulty in some of the things that they do. They get in the sprint, go empty, and run the quarterback, and we hadn't seen much of that. And you know, then they get in the eye, and and that's been our Achilles heel is somebody coming right at us, and they get in the eye and run the kid up behind that big fullback, and you know, so it's gonna give us the opportunity to work on some things that's been bothering us, you know, earlier in the year when folks come right at us. We've had a little trouble with that, but you know, I think our coaching staff has made the adjustments, and we'll get to see this week how we'll be able to handle that. Defensively, they in a 3-man front most of the time, and I feel like, you know, like I said, with Red Level, I feel like they're gonna bring the linebackers a lot because we do have a 9th grader back there, weighs about 110 pounds and soaking wet, but you know, Jaden has really stepped up and done a good job. I'm so pleased with what he's been able to do and running the show, and so they're gonna put some pressure on him, and then we'll see and see how it comes out, and you know, we just got to execute and take care of what we got to take care of.
Now, will this be senior night or will it be next week?
No, it'll be next week.
Next week will be
Last
senior
home
night.
game, yes, sir.
So you've got 2 games left at home, and then you will host the first round.
We will host the first round.
Do we have? Well, we'll get about that later. I mean, let's just beat Florella.
You know, I want to make mention of something you talked about. You know, blocking the punt and scoring on it. The importance of being able. You practice all that stuff, and you know, a lot of times you don't get to put it into action on the game field. And you know, you made mention of doing that, and I know that was good for you to have practiced it and know you've done well and get that opportunity to.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I'm in charge of special teams, and you know, we work on it so much, and our players get tired of it, and I try to explain to them the importance in a big game of a punt return or a punt or a kickoff return or a kickoff or an extra point, and you know, they don't understand it, and you know, we simulate everything on special teams every week, and you know, we've got good at doing some of those things, and you know, a lot of coaches don't spend a lot of time on special teams.
And that's an important thing to do.
And it is, and you know, we've got so many calls on our punt return, you know, and formations we line up in, and our punt teams, we got so many that, you know, it's good, and our kids, you know, they reap the benefits of it. They see that it makes a difference when our special teams do what they're supposed to, and they see I get aggravated when it don't go just like I want it, but we do work on that a lot.
Well, a lot of games are won and lost right there on special teams at all levels.
They are.
I look back at my tenure coaching. We lost a game against Geneva County. It was cold on a kickoff, and I just didn't recover it.
Yeah.
It was cold, and you know, it happens.
Oh, it did. It happened.
I was not a happy camper, but you know, special teams are huge.
2 years ago, that happened to us in Sweetwater on a kickoff. We mishandled it, and the kicker, he's kicked it deep all year, and it come off the side of his foot, and it just, you know, one of those things, and you know, there ain't nothing you can do about it. And they ended up kicking a field goal and beating us, but you know, that's part of it. But you know, we do work on special teams, and you know, we started out the year with not a kicker at all.
Right.
John Bush and Jaden Parks has both been working on extra points, and they've got better. Are we where we need to be? No. Both of us been working really hard, and we got where we make, you know, 70% of them, and we got to get to 100%.
Right.
But they have come a long ways, and that's because we work on it every day. Every day we work on special teams, kicking and holding and snapping. So, you know, they're going to eventually get there, and we just got to keep pounding it in there.
You know, knowing that you have clinched the #1 seed in it, who looks like will follow you in your region, or have you even paid that much attention?
Well, if Sampson and Kinston play this week, and if Sampson wins, they outright #2. If Kinston wins, then Kinston will be #2, and McKenzie will be #3, and Sampson will be #4. So, you know, the Sampson-Kinston game's gonna be big.
In which I don't think it would have played any effect on it if it would have been played or not. I believe you're that much better than the teams there, and a great ball team. But you know, it goes back to that McKenzie ball game that they had to forfeit
Correct.
to you right there, how big that could actually play if they were able to have been able to have won that ball game against you, which I don't think it would have happened. Just being upfront and honest on that, I believe you're at a level much more superior than most people that do anybody on your schedule. But I definitely, even in 1A ball, I expect y'all to go deep. But I know who you are and what you are, and it's one game at a time. But I just want to point out that, you know, those forfeits are tough. You don't get to, if you don't get to play, I mean, you don't know what could happen.
That's
They
right.
got a
I
real
mean,
good running back down there,
They do.
McKenzie, out here.
They do. He's been there several years, and he's a junior. He's got another year. But he, you know, they got a shot. Coach Luker down there does a good job with them, and he's a Sweetwater guy. So you know, they smashed mouth football. So you know, we got fortunate and got that win without going over there. So.
We'll take it, but I know you wanted to play. He wasn't happy that night.
That saved travel money anyway.
Yeah. You would have rather been playing, and your Bulldogs rather been playing, and that's a 1-0 win. But you would have rather had it to have been a 21-20 win than a 1-0 win.
Yeah, we did.
No doubt.
We did.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, roll down to Crenshaw County to the town of Brantley as they take on Florella. It'll be a lot of green in that stadium because aren't they green too?
They are. They green and yellow.
But on behalf of Bart, Coach, we want to wish you the best of luck. Have a great day of practice tomorrow, and look forward to talking to you again next week.
I appreciate it.
And Bart, any closing statement? I've got to ease to the left for just a minute, but I want to thank you for coming. Bart, I'm going to let you close.
All right.
I'm going to ease this way for just a second. Y'all.
Well, Coach Jones, wish you the best with this game Friday night. I feel comfortable with what will take place, but I know you, and every play, every game is extremely important in being success and sound in what you do. You know, I wish you the best with it. Tell Coach Parks I'm very proud of him and his son for stepping in, and a great job that they have done right there.
And it's been a rough week for them. They lost their granddad, Jay Jordan. Coach Parks' wife's dad passed away this past weekend. So, you know, it's been a tough week, but, you know, them boys have stepped up and they do what it takes.
Well, I hate to hear that, Coach Parks. You and your family, with thoughts and prayers with each of you and the Brantley family, because I know Brantley, and when one loses, it's the whole group. It's not just the Parks family that was at loss right there.
That's right.
So wish y'all all the best and prayers with that, and look forward to seeing you next week, Coach.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right.
1959, the Commercial Bank of Ozark has been serving our community. It doesn't matter whether the times are good or bad, or if conditions are normal or different. The Commercial Bank of Ozark is here to serve you, your family, and your business. We make all our loan decisions locally, and we do it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
We're celebrating our Driver Appreciation Week. We're so happy to have TruckWorks here.
We just want to recognize TruckWorks for what they do for us. Absolute great partner. They've really stepped up here on Driver Appreciation Week. They came in here, and I mean, not hamburgers and hot dogs, Boston butts and the grilled chicken, the really, really prima stuff. So, man, we so much appreciate you guys and what you do for us.
Wallace Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing: drivers first.
Since 1959, the Commercial Bank of Ozark has been serving our community. It doesn't matter whether the times are good or bad, or if conditions are normal or different. The Commercial Bank of Ozark is here to serve you, your family, and your business. We make all our loan decisions locally, and we do it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Check out what Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply customers are saying. The best place for metal roofing materials. This company is amazing. Customer service was top-notch. Best service in the industry. We've used them for years. Best place ever. The metal roofing headquarters in our area. Come see for yourself why customers choose Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply. Baker Metal Works and Dixie Supply, your metal roofing headquarters.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dental plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line has been in business since 1959, and we're steadily getting bigger. I'm surrounded by new equipment. That's right, new equipment. Here's one that's ready to go at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We have a 401k. We can match your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. If these tires roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, you make money. Ride the best, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Telling all our drivers, happy Drivers Appreciation. We thank you for the job y'all do. We thank you. This week is all about you, but every day is about you. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing, drivers first.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Your Wiregrass Honda dealers, Sam Boswell Honda at Enterprise and Jim Skinner Honda in Dothan,
are the place to get your certified pre-owned Honda.
The only kind of Honda that looks like new, drives like new, but doesn't have a new car price.
Certified pre-owned vehicles come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty,
a 182-point inspection, and a Carfax.
Now is a great time to upgrade to a certified pre-owned Honda.
Come see us today at your Wiregrass Honda dealers.
If you have $99, the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99 down and drive home any vehicle you want. Prices as low as $29.95. Over 20 price $10,000 and less. Can't beat it. $99 down and the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy. Or shop us online anytime at premiertroy.com.
Since 1959, the Commercial Bank of Ozark has been serving our community. It doesn't matter whether the times are good or bad, or if conditions are normal or different. The Commercial Bank of Ozark is here to serve you, your family, and your business. We make all our loan decisions locally, and we do it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
We're celebrating our Driver Appreciation Week. We're so happy to have TruckWorks here.
We just want to recognize TruckWorks for what they do for us. Absolute great partner. They've really stepped up here on Driver Appreciation Week. They came in here, and I mean, not hamburgers and hot dogs, Boston butts and the grilled chicken, the really, really prima stuff. So, man, we so much appreciate you guys and what you do for us.
Wally Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing: drivers first.
Since 1959, the Commercial Bank of Ozark has been serving our community. It doesn't matter whether the times are good or bad, or if conditions are normal or different. The Commercial Bank of Ozark is here to serve you, your family, and your business. We make all our loan decisions locally, and we do it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
Welcome back to the TC2 Coaches Show here at Troy Cable 2. You can follow us on Facebook. You can see the replay of this show periodically throughout the week. And we're also on YouTube. I'm Forrest Lee. This is Bart Snyder. And with us from Carroll of Ozark, the Eagles, we have Coach Suber. Thank you, Coach, for being on the show.
Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Always good to be here.
Pleasure, Coach.
I'm
going to be honest, we tried to get Miss Suber to come, so if she's listening, I want her to know we really wanted her on the show. If you're back next week, let her know that we want her on here as well, So Miss Suber, Coach Suber, if you're listening, please come be on the show with us next week with
well, I appreciate it. She's definitely my better half.
I got one of those too. We both outkicked our coverage. I tell folks all the time, I just did not kick my coverage. I punted one into the next stadium. That's how lucky I was.
You're not lying. I'm very fortunate guys.
Yes, we are.
Well, Coach, we had a big victory last week over the Charles Henderson Trojans.
We did.
I believe it was 52-22.
I think that's correct. We probably played our most complete game of the year, both offensively and defensively.
Got some highlights here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about a little quarterback, Keyshawn Cole. Keyshawn is a phenomenal football player, just tough. Not a real big guy, but he can throw it. This was an awesome catch,
beautiful,
awesome throw and catch right there. But we played our most complete game. We were able to we were really concerned going into their quarterback really doing a good job throwing the football, and we were able.
Number 10, Coach, I'm sorry, was on the show last week. What's his name?
That's oh my gosh, that's Jordan Killings. Jordan
was here last week.
He had 2 interceptions last week.
He had 2 interceptions, and Jordan's a phenomenal athlete. Another one that's not real big, but played a very, very good game. So, that's what we kind of try to tell our kids after the game is that when we play, the way that we are capable of playing, then we have an opportunity to really be pretty good. That's Coach Platt's youngest son right there on the screen pass. But our running back, Lakeith Pearson right there, had a really, really good game. We're really proud of our kids. When you come to Charles Henderson to play, and you come and have the opportunity to play at Veteran Memorial Stadium, it's such an awesome game atmosphere. Our kids were like bug-eyed before the game started because of the beauty of the stadium. And to be able to come out of there with a win was absolutely phenomenal.
You know, you started in the hole 7-6.
Right. We did. We you know, if there was one thing that we said that we were not real happy about, was we felt like we started slow. You know, but I'm going to give credit to Charles Henderson. I'm telling you, Coach Hambright and them have got that thing going in the right direction. I mean, those kids played hard. You know, we were very fortunate, you know, to be able to make some plays, you know, in the game that kind of got it out of hand. But been playing Charles Henderson a long time in my career, and I'm telling you, he's you know, he's driven. He's brought a lot of excitement to Charles Henderson.
I agree.
And he's brought a lot of passion there, and the kids were extremely well disciplined. And man, I mean, my hat's off to him and his staff, because they did an outstanding job, and they've done an outstanding job all year. You know, I try to tell people before we play them that you know, they may be a 1-6 team, but they're not a normal 1-6 team.
No, they're not,
because they played. You know, everybody they played. You know, has very good teams. I think every loss that they have are against teams that are in the playoffs.
In the playoffs,
I agree. Anywhere from 1 to 3, you know, see playoff teams. So we knew going in that we would have to play well to be able to win, and fortunately for us, we did play well.
Right. And you know, you may mention something about playing at Veteran Stadium, how great it is to be able to come into that kind of an atmosphere and play. And you really think about it, not many high schools get the opportunity to play on a college field unless you're playing for the state championship.
Exactly.
You know, and to be able to come in and see such a beautiful stadium is what that is. And you know, the next one I'd compare to would be down at Andalusia to what they have there. But
we get to go there this week.
That's right. And you've been there, haven't you?
I've not been there since they've redone it.
It is beautiful. It is a beautiful place. But you know, a player that you've made mention, I know, but Johnny Dunn taught me a long time ago a key position on the defense that a lot of people overlook, especially when you're running a shotgun, in which so many teams run the spread, is the nose guy. Mm-hmm. And if he is physical and quick, in which your guy was both, that it can disrupt an offense more than anything, because of the snap being put in different places. And there was a lot of evidence to what he said on Friday night. Right. As the game went on, your guy began to take his toll on the offensive front right there of Charles Henderson. And the ball was put in different places, and there were several snaps that got away from Parker, which, I mean, it wasn't that the guy didn't do a good job. It wasn't that the ball just wasn't there, but it was that your guy was so physical up front.
I appreciate it. Zamorian Daffin has, you know, kind of worked his way into playing that spot for us, and we ask a lot from our zero or our nose technique, because we generally want to try to play an odd front, which kind of puts him on an island, so to speak, in the middle, if you can imagine that. And so we ask him to do you know, several different things. Number one, you know, try to take advantage of the center, and number two, force two people to have to block you. And you know, for zone-based teams, you know, if you're having to spend too much time with two guys on one guy, defensively, you're winning on defense, because the zone concept is going to be based off of the ability of your offensive lineman to start in a double and climb to the next level. Right. So our nose is really, really important to us, because we don't want those offensive linemen to be able to climb to the next level.
Coach, what's his name again, and see what classification?
He's Zamorian Daffin, and Zamorian's a senior. And shout out to his position coach, Dominique Jackson. Had a baby daughter last night.
Well, congratulations,
so,
Coach.
And he's excited about the job that Zamora has done, but yeah, so that's kind of how we what our expectations are there.
And I want to reemphasize on it's not always making the tackle, but when that ball is snapped to the left or to the right, high or low, that disrupts the timing of the play. And you get the ball as a quarterback, then you got to turn and throw it, and it's down here. You got to come up, and it can really make a difference in the ball game. And I really think that was a very key player in that ball game Friday night from my observation.
Absolutely, and we talk all the time that when we grade our kids, your zero technique or your nose guard is the only kid that could grade out 100% and never be around the ball.
Right.
That's and never stand out for some, and never really know as the casual spectator that the guy's even there.
Right.
But could grade out 100% by doing it.
Well, I'm not sure if he made any tackles Friday night, but I know for a fact he disrupted Charles Henderson's offense as much or more than anybody did. And you had a great game plan all around defensively as well as offensive, but that was one of the things that.
Well, Coach Manus, our defensive coordinator, does an unbelievable job. I mean, he spends more time behind a computer screen during the week than probably any of the rest of us, and he does a phenomenal job preparing our guys because we're so undersized up front, up there on defense. We're small, and we start 2 ninth graders on defense. We talk about it all the time. I mean, we're 5A football, and we start 2 ninth graders on defense and 2 ninth graders on offense. And that's not supposed to happen.
No, not at the 5A level.
So we're proud of those young people coming in and stepping in and taking the challenge of playing football at that level.
Coach, are we playing at home?
No, we were scheduled to play at home,
Okay.
but because of the COVID restrictions this year, we were supposed to go there last year and had to forfeit.
Right.
So we have to go back and split the gate with them.
To Covington County.
So that's the deal. We're excited about it. Just quick mention out. Coach Pott's not here tonight. Coach Pott has taken several of the kids to Dothan tonight. They had their Fields of Faith. Spiritual event for young people, and he took several of our players to Fields of Faith in Dothan tonight.
That was in the Dothan Eagle yesterday or today. That is on the front page.
Willie Spears, I believe, was speaking, and then actually my son, Riley Jordan, who's been on your show, he was speaking as well. So,
wow.
So
he does a great job.
Well, Andalusia started the season with a 21-20 win over Faith. They lost to Fairhope 28-0. They defeated Rehoboth 45-6. They lost to Pike Road 28-14. They defeated Charles Henderson 58-28. Defeated Bibb County 25-0. Defeated Headland 41-2. They lost a close one to Crestview, Florida, 27-21. And last week they lost to Greenville 28-20. So Andalusia, Coach, what do you expect from them on the offensive and defensive side of the ball?
Listen, and I am sure that Bart will back me up on this, but when you have a team coached by Trent Taylor, you better be ready to play football. You better be ready. You better be ready to be physical. You better be ready to limit your mistakes because Trent Taylor is one of the best in the business. I've known him and coached against him for my whole career, and he is a phenomenal person, a phenomenal football coach. We know going into it tomorrow night or Friday night that we're going to have to play very, very well because they've got a good football team, but they're extremely well coached, and we're going to have to be, on our P's and Q's.
And I told Coach Hambright, whenever Charles Henderson traveled down there, that 12th man that they have is extremely good. My wife traveled down and watched them play Rehoboth, and she said, I've never been in a high school environment to where it was so loud that the student body there is just 100% behind it. Everybody's there. There's no telling what kind of costumes and all that that they will have on, that they're going to support. And the great thing about it is you know, it's really all about Andalusia football this time of the year. You got LBW there, but they don't have really any fall sports. Right. And it's all about that. It's a beautiful, beautiful stadium. I've been to it during the day and talked to Coach Taylor there, and like you said, he does a great job, but that atmosphere really does give that 12th man.
My wife is a graduate of Andalusia, so I've always heard great things about Andalusia, and I've played against that or coached against Andalusia several times, and I will back that up, because if you think that's something, you should have gone to some basketball games when Richard Robertson was the coach down there. I could never forget being you know, when I coached girls at Carroll, girls basketball. You know, the B team, I was sitting there at halftime of the B team. I take the girls in. You know, there's a few people at the ball game. We come out to warm up, and right behind Coach Robinson and the bench is packed with probably 800 students with all. I mean, just crazy, the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
For high school ball.
And I mean, they are such a great community school, unbelievable support, you know, and so our hope is to go down there and have pride ourselves,
right?
And,
you will,
and try to compete with them, you know, because it's gonna take a great effort for us to be able to defeat them.
Well, I know you feel that way, but from what I saw and how this team has matured, and the confidence that they should have built off themselves from this past week, I was extremely impressed with so many of your players, and getting to see them firsthand really was great. Watching them on television a couple of times with you know, Pike Road, of course, but you know, I was impressed then, but I was really impressed with how well your guys played this past Friday night against Charles Henderson, especially the quarterback play, the nose guy. And like you said, yeah, they're a little on the small side, but their heart is great. I mean, those guys played wide open.
Well, I tell you, we got great kids. I'm just telling you, man, it would be hard for anybody to come to our school and see our kids and get to be around our kids and say, man, that's just a great group of kids.
The ones we've had here, Coach.
Outstanding.
It's like, man, that's the best part of the show.
It is.
My wife mentioned those guys
I just
were
step
phenomenal.
off and go there and talk with Coach Plott, and I sit here and watch. I mean, because I'm just totally amazed.
We have phenomenal kids, and that's not only a credit to our coaches. It's also, you know, our principal, Ms. Manus, our assistant principals, Mr. Barton and Dr. Moore, and our new superintendent, Revis Gertman. You know, we have a new mantra in our system. It's called One Eagle. You know, we have 2 elementary schools, a middle school and a high school, and you know, the sense of unity that Mr. Gertman and our administration is trying to instill into our school, you know, has really upped the intensity of our, you know, our worth as a unified body. So we're very, very fortunate to have great leadership in our system.
And I got to point this out. You have a great English teacher in Miss Courtner. You know, I don't know if she's watching or not, but I gotta pick at Miss Courtner a little bit. An outstanding lady, a great job at what she does. I know because of what she did at Goshen, and it's glad to know that Goshen can start such great people and send them elsewhere, because Miss Courtner, your wonderful wife, Leanne, I mean,
right. And then Ms.
great
Godwin.
job.
Ms. Godwin is also there. We've had you know, we're very fortunate to have a great staff, you know, and that's what it takes. You know, it you know, people just think that you go out there and you coach football and you get, you know, you got them here from, you know, from 2:30 to 5:30 or whatever you do, but you know, it takes the whole effort, you know, of everybody involved, and we're very fortunate to have that support.
Well, I'm over at Banks now, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Miss Chantel Rouse is the principal over there, and we're doing a book study. And this past Monday, we were talking about some of it. And one of the things that greatly impressed me with our teachers there at Banks, and having talked to you many times, is how you commend the faculty at Ozark Carroll, is those ladies there made the comment is you got to go out and you got to support those programs, those extracurricular programs. Go watch a ball game. And when they wrote that down, it really, I was, as a former coach, was so amazed that every one of those teachers was like, yes, you got to go watch that game. You got to be seen at that game. So many people take that for granted, but these young men and the young ladies that are willing to go the extra mile to wear those colors, whatever it may be, are the ones that can control the environment and the community inside that school and make it great, because if they're doing well, they're going to hold the others accountable.
Well, you know as well as I do, Bart, as long as you have been in education and also you being in education, you know, if you don't grow to learn your kids on a personal level, then you're not going to have a whole lot of effect on them in a positive way. I mean, that's just the truth of it. I mean, you know, listen, I teach AP. I've coached for years, and I'm probably not a very good football coach and probably not a very good teacher, but I want to be good for those kids.
Right.
And I think that I've been able to do that in my career.
I can say this.
And at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't really matter if you're a good football coach. It probably don't even matter if you're a really good AP teacher. But if you're able to affect those kids and teach them to strive to be better every day, I think you're succeeding.
Having known you as long as I have, there's no doubt in my mind that in that book study it said that a student may mention 2 teachers that made a difference in their life. I can promise that the kids that you have coached, there's more than 2 that have Danny Suber on that list. There's going to be more than 2 that have Patrick Plott on that list. There's going to be more that have Roland Jones. There's going to be more that have Will Pouncey, Don Moore, Quinn Hambright, Mario White. Those guys, all of you do an outstanding job. You go above and beyond. And I made a mention in that study the other day to the teachers that, you know, if I see that right there, that's disappointing to me that only 2 teachers are on that list. And I lay that because they don't want to do the extra mile that it takes to go to those games, to go to their extracurricular events, to make a difference, because that's what you have to do to influence their lives. Because I don't care what people say, us as teachers, we're more than just teachers and coaches.
Excuse me. Well, this thing right here is like my lifeline. So right. I mean, even on Saturdays or Sundays, I'm taking, I try to make it a point, especially reach out to kids as I have. I thought I was proud of you last night, and because it's so easy now. It's so easy now to be able to lift kids up without being right in front of them.
Right.
And so that's what I try to do.
And we all have that opportunity, and we all can sit there and like I told Coach Hambright, this has been a huge transition year for myself. Since being 6 years old, I have been on a football field. I'm 53 now, and I've been on a football field every year. And yesterday was the first time I actually walked on a football field during a practice. I rode down and watched Fred practice a little bit down at Pike County, and we come in from a trip actually, and I said, I'm going out there and see him, and that's the first time I walked on it, and I missed it. But the game, we forget what you as coaches do are far more than just the X's and O's and the games that is being played. I made mention last week, Bear Bryant made a comment one time my dad's always pointed out to me. He says, a guy called in on the Golden Flake Coca-Cola coaches show, and I'm sure you watched some of that growing up like I did, but he said, the guy said, you know, Coach, if watching that ball game and seeing it and thinking about it, if I would have never called that play like y'all did, and we might have won that ball game. And Coach Bryant paused a little bit like he would. He sipped his Coke and he looked at the monitor and said, well, if I had from Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon to think about what play I'd have called, I might have called something different too. We don't have that time.
Right.
And you as coaches,
right.
You got that spur of the moment. You know your kids as much or more than anybody. And you know what you need to do at that moment. Right. And people don't understand, it's that moment that you got to make that
and
decision.
And the truth of the matter is I mean, you know, believe it or not, coaches go into a game with a plan.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so you've had this plan that you've worked on all week, and you can't all of a sudden say, well, let's just do this.
Right.
And your kids are looking at you going, huh? I mean, you have to have a plan. But just, by the way, when you retire, if you miss it that much, we're always looking for free help.
Yeah. I don't know if you want me. I'm not at y'all's level, I can tell you. I've been very blessed to be able to coach in a great place. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Bart and myself, this has been Danny Suber. He's one of the assistant coaches at Ozark, Carroll of Ozark, the Eagles. They'll travel to Andalusia this Friday night to take on the Andalusia Bulldogs. We want to thank Troy Cable, all the sponsors, Miss Julie in the booth. And Coach, we hope you have a good day at school tomorrow and a great practice, and good luck against the Andalusia Bulldogs. And ladies and gentlemen, this Friday, go watch a high school team play and support your local high schools, football teams, cheerleaders, the band, ROTC, the whole shoot match. And we'll see you next Wednesday night on the TC2 Coaches Show.
Folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come